Hello, today I'm in Bosworth, and behind me you can see the field on which was fought the Battle of Bosworth on the 22nd of August, 1485. The battle was fought between Richard III, the reigning monarch, and Henry Tudor, later to become Henry VII. Richard actually had more soldiers than Henry had, but there was a big difference in terms of how those soldiers were arranged. Richard's troops were divided between three generals, Richard himself, Northumberland, and Norfolk. Whereas Henry Tudor, recognising that he didn't have a lot of experience in warfare, all of his troops were under the leadership of the Earl of Oxford. At the key point in the battle, Norfolk's troops got surrounded by Oxford's troops, and Richard could see that from his point on top of a hill. And so he sent Northumberland down to help Norfolk. But Northumberland was in the wrong place. He wasn't where Richard had put him, and he didn't have access to be able to get to help Norfolk. And so Norfolk's men, they started losing more and more men, and it all started to look a bit grim. Richard, without telling Northumberland and without telling Norfolk, suddenly led his troops careering across the battlefield towards Henry to try and kill Henry, on the basis that if he killed Henry, then the whole battle would sort of fizzle out. Anyway, unfortunately for Richard, he's there fighting Henry. Somebody kills his horse and he falls off the horse, and now he's wandering around the battlefield trying to coordinate his troops, but he can't because he hasn't got a horse. Hence the phrase, a horse, my kingdom for a horse. When someone came along and killed Richard, and the battle was lost, even though he'd had more numbers. All of which inevitably leads us to wonder how Richard and his generals would have gone had they had access to the communications section of the team leader instruction manual.